Among the so many interesting and valuable topics that Army Recognition editorial team covered last week, we have selected the ones that drew your major attention. So we hope you will enjoy the video.
According to a tweet from the Israeli Ministry of Defense, the security relations between Israel and Greece are expanding. The first agreement between both ministries of defense has been signed. Israel will lease Heron UAVs to Greece. The Israeli system will be used primarily for border defense. The Heron is a medium-altitude, long-endurance unmanned aerial vehicle developed by the Malat division of Israel Aerospace Industries. It's capable of medium-altitude, long-endurance operations of up to 52 hours duration at an altitude of up to 10,500 meters or 35,000 feet. It has demonstrated 52 hours of continuous flight, but the effective operational maximum flight duration is less, depending on the payload and flight profile. According to an announcement by the Russian Ministry of Defense, S-400 Triumph air defense systems, or SA-21 Growler in NATO designation, will be sold to Iraq without any delay, as soon as the Iraqi government submits a request in this way. A strong US opposition is already rising. Russia's ambassador to Iraq, Maxim Maximov, said that Moscow is ready to provide Baghdad with S-400 air defense systems as soon as the country presents an official request for military equipment. There is no doubt that recent events have generated increased interest in the procurement of air defense systems, especially the S-400 system, Maximov added. Comments were made after the Iraqi Parliament's Security and Defense Committee submitted an in-depth study earlier this month to acting Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi, asking for a long-range missile defense system. This occurred as a few weeks ago the US deployed Patriot air defense system to Iraq, thereby intending to prevent the local deployment of Russian S-400s. But this doesn't appear to be as an obstacle for the Iraqi government, which already expressed an interest in the Russian Triumph. Milrem Robotics successfully completed its first deployment period of its unmanned ground vehicles, the THeMIS, in the framework of Operation Barkhane, carried on against Islamic terrorist groups operating in Mali. The THeMIS was initially deployed to Mali with the Estonian Defense Forces during a French-led counter-terrorism operation in April 2019. Until April 2020, the THeMIS UGV was regularly used during patrols by Estonian soldiers and to transport supplies within their base. Altogether, 3 Estonian platoons used the vehicle during their deployments. Urban areas can be challenging and one can't always depend on APC support. The opportunity to bring along half a ton of ammunition and water to places unreachable with an APC added great value to patrols and enhanced combat capabilities, said Lieutenant Colonel Sten Alik, Senior Staff Officer of the Estonian Defense Forces. During the deployment, the THeMIS crisscrossed 1,200 kilometers in one of the world's harshest terrains of lava, rock soil, and climates climbing up to 50 degrees Celsius in the shade. In the future, the Estonian Army would like to use the THeMIS together with additional ISR, communication support, jamming, and remote weapon system capabilities.
The US Navy is asking industry for input on a future light amphibious warship, as the Marine Corps recalculates its force design to prepare for a near-peer fight in the Pacific. The Navy anticipates purchasing the first ships in fiscal year 2023. According to the last Congress report released on May 6, 2020, the Navy's research and development portfolio will devote $30 million to a next-generation medium amphibious ship design that will likely be based on an Australian designer's Tern landing vessel. The US Navy wants to buy as many as 30 of a new class of light amphibious warships that would be significantly smaller and cheaper to operate than its existing fleets of large amphibious ships. The service is already exploring possible designs, including a roll-on roll-off type with a stern ramp. Navy officials said that the objective number of light amphibious warships it hopes to buy is between 28 and 30 at a briefing for defense industry representatives on April 9, 2020. Aselsan has signed an additional sales contract to supply advanced remote control weapon systems to the Kingdom of Bahrain. In line with its record-breaking headway for the year 2019, Aselsan is maintaining its momentum in exports and production for the current year as well. Aside from the latest sale of RCWS to the Gulf, Aselsan, being present in the market for more than a decade, has provided the countries with technological solutions through direct sales, transfer of technology programs, local production, and joint venture companies. Furthermore, Aselsan plans to make further investments and enhance its field of activities in the member states of the Gulf Cooperation Council in general, the Kingdom of Bahrain in particular. As an outcome of Aselsan's sustainable growth strategy, Aselsan's RCWS with various configurations are currently being used in 20 countries for the land and naval platforms. HMS Prince of Wales R09 is the second Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carrier. Unlike most large aircraft carriers, Prince of Wales is not fitted with catapults and arrestors wires and is instead designed to operate VTOL aircraft. The ship is currently planned to carry up to 40 F-35B Lightning II stealth multi-role fighters and Merlin helicopters for airborne, early warning and anti-submarine warfare. Although in search conditions, the class is capable of supporting 70 plus F-35B. The design emphasizes flexibility with accommodation for 250 Royal Marines and the ability to support them with attack helicopters and troop transport up to and larger than Chinook size. Defensive weapons include the Phalanx closing weapon systems for anti-aircraft and anti-missile defense, and 30mm automated small caliber guns and miniguns for use against fast attack craft.
According to an unnamed source in the People's Liberation Army, China's new H-20 stealth bomber will likely make its first public appearance at the Zhuhai Air Show in November 2020, assuming the event isn't cancelled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The H-20 has reportedly been designed to strike targets beyond the second island ring, which includes US bases in Japan, Guam, the Philippines and other countries, from bases in mainland China. The third island chain extends to Hawaii and coastal Australia. It will be equipped with nuclear and conventional missiles with a maximum takeoff weight of at least 200 tons and a payload of up to 45 tons. The bomber is expected to fly at supersonic speeds and could potentially unleash 4 powerful hypersonic stealth cruise missiles. The new vehicle could put China in the same club as the US and Russia in possessing a 3-pronged military force that can launch nuclear missiles from air, water and land. Turkish President of Defense Industry announced that cooperation agreement was signed between Turkish Aviation and Space Industry (TUSAS) and Havelsan to carry out development and production processes for the Turkish fighter aircraft. The domestically built aircraft is being developed to replace F-16 Fighting Falcons of the Turkish Air Force and to be exported to foreign air forces. The TFX fighter jet will be a single-seat, multi-role aircraft mainly designed for air-to-air role with a consideration for air-to-surface capability as well. It will feature stealth and super cruise capabilities as well as a new generation avionics such as ASA radar. A one-to-one mock-up of the Turkish fighter project was shown to the public for the first time during Paris Air Show in June 2019. The aircraft is scheduled to make its first flight by 2025 and enter service by 2028.
Well, keep in mind that Defense Web TV has more than 1,400 videos on its YouTube channel. So please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell here under to be informed of the latest defense and security news.